Yo, welcome back to Relearn Japanese. And you're here because you forgot your Japanese and need to relearn it again for that job because you just got that N2. But yo, I haven't been here for 3 weeks because in the last video we talked about it. I've been sick and I've been busy. But we're back, and today we're talking about time-specific actions. Before that, I'd like to thank all the patrons. Thank y'all, all 26 of y'all, for supporting the channel because your help goes a long way. And yeah, we're just trying to balance all the eggs into one basket. That analogy, that doesn't work. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about today is the different ways to talk about actions that have to do with moments in time. So there are like different ways to express actions within like a certain time frame. So you can say things like just happened now, or it's happening at the same time, or if something's happening over and over and over. That's kind of what these 4 little grammar points can help you with. And I remember learning these the first time, and I didn't understand what was going on because there was no kanji, and you're just trying to remember these things, and you're just trying to remember, whatever the grammar is, rote memory. But once you attach a kanji to it, it makes so much sense. So the first one we're going to talk about is bakari or bakka. So this is very useful to say for like when you're talking about something that you literally just finished doing. It's very similar to like nani nani ta tokoro, like I just finished doing it. I'm in the place and time where I just finished it. But this has more of an emphasis on like literally just finishing it. It's a little bit more colloquial rather than shita tokoro desu. That's more like formal. This is more colloquial. Like you'd use this in, like so something like that. So for example, let's say you want to refuse some food because you literally just ate. So say somebody offers you some sushi and you're like, I can't. But you don't want to say no. You don't want to be like, I don't want your sushi because you just ate. You just like, oh. So they ask you like, takoyaki taberu? Iya, tabeta bakari desu. So sorry, I just ate. I'm literally just ate. So therefore, I cannot do whatever you're requesting me to do. So yeah, somebody offers you some overrated octopus balls, then you can refuse it by saying you just ate, by adding the past tense of a verb and then putting bakari. Super easy, barely an inconvenience. So yes, similar to the tokoro, the same thing. All right, here's a hard one because it's a big, huge paragraph because it's the easiest way for me to kind of express what I want to say. So this is totani. So totani doesn't make any sense at all if you're just reading hiragana, like you don't know where to like separate the thing. But if you actually search it up on the Google, the gshow.org, you'll find that totani is actually a kanji. So totan ni, like the destination particle of totan. So this kanji literally is like route and the end of a route, like the end of a line. So totan, so the end now, so it means just now, at that moment, meaning route, edge, or something. So when something happens, as soon as something else ends, something is traveling along this route of time, and then it gets to the end of time, and then the next thing starts. So it's like this is starting, this is going, it stops, totani right here, at this totani right here, the next event starts. But remember, this is like a natural event. It's not something that you like willingly do. It's like when you did this, as soon as you finished doing this thing, something just happened, right? All right, so for example, you can write Mado o aketa totan ni neko ga tonde itta. So like as soon as I opened the window, and that window event like literally just ended, as soon as I finished opening that window, the cat jumped out. That's kind of like the emphasis. As soon as that action finishes its time in time-space continuum, stops right there, totani, at this little instance, in this void of time, the next event starts. So that's totani. Right? So it can't be for something like you do yourself, because nature is faster than you could ever do. It's already decided before you even think about it. So it's more of a naturally occurring thing. The flow of time is stronger than you can. So that's why you cannot use that for your own actions. For example, anime o mita totan ni game o yarimashita. After watching anime, I played games. That's not something that happens right away, right after time starts, right? It's something that it has to be something that you cannot control, like a cat jumping out of a thing. Well, I guess that's subjective, but anyway. So anime o mita totan ni nechatta. So after watching anime, I fell asleep, and that was something out of my control. That is why I fell asleep. Now, you'll see this written in hiragana most of the time because the past tense, as we talked about before, the past tense of the verb plus totani becomes its own like big ass verb. But for the purposes of helping you understand and separate the grammar for you to actually understand what it's actually happening, I wrote it in kanji here for you so you can understand the context. This next one is two concurrent actions. So nagara. So this is super easy, barely an inconvenience. Nagara comes from nagare. So nagara means like flowing, like the flowing of water or something like that, right? So this is two actions flowing parallel to each other. So imagine there are like two rivers, okay? So while this is flowing, another one is flowing, the space-time continuum, right? There are two rivers. One is small, which is your action that you're going to be doing, and then the big one is the main action. So for example, you could say, terebi o minagara shukudai o yaru. So the last verb or the last action or whatever is always going to be the main action. So when you go to a river and this one river flows, it's a small river, and then it turns to it's versus the big river. The big river is the main action, which is the last river you'll see after you see the small river. So terebi o minagara shukudai o yaru. While I watch TV, I do homework, right? I do my homework while watching TV. So the nuance here is that in this case, terebi o minagara shukudai o yaru. So shukudai o yaru is I do my homework while watching TV. Okay, that's basically how it goes. If I wrote it the other way, shukudai o yari nagara terebi o mimasu. So that'd be like, I watch TV while doing my homework. That's kind of like the difference there, the kind of nuance. So if that helps you, you can just kind of like make the big voice for the big verb and then the small voice or the little one that you kind of put under your breath so mom doesn't know what you're doing under the sheets. Okay, so next one here. So we have, you can also combine it with like the state of being. So usually you combine it with two action verbs, right? So you'll be like, while doing homework, I'll watch TV. Or while I watch TV, I'll do homework. But you could also do it with the state of being. While this is happening, blah, 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 blah. While this is true, which is like the desu, to be verb, blah, 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 blah. So you also hear this in like zannen nagara. So it'd be like, well, it's unfortunate that it is like this way. We cannot, da, da, da. So zannen nagara, kyou wa ikenai. So while the zannen flows and it sucks, the concept of me not being able to go still flows and remains, which is in regular layman's terms, while it is unfortunate, I cannot go, right? So that's basically where it goes. You can combine it with a bunch of different verbs, but this is Relearn Japanese. We're not supposed to go over the whole thing with you guys. This is just for you to kind of refresh your memory. So the next one here is this last one, which I've never actually used like ever in my life, and I've probably never seen it ever, but it's worth talking about. Usually you just put like a automatopoeia on this, or like a gangang or something, or like what do they say, like janjang or whatever, something like that, and a verb. So for example, to repeat something with reckless abandon, on and on, reckless abandon, something's wrong. This is gonna stop them. Okay, anyway. So makuru. So look at the kanji. It comes from makuru, right? So that means to wrap, and you have a nail bat, and then it's like a futomaki kind of thing. So to do over and over and over again. That's what that actual verb means. So when you're putting it into grammar, it's the same kind of thing, guys. We're just adding a piece of grammar. We're adding a kanji that has an attached grammar to it to a verb. All right. So we have アメリカにいた時はコーラを飲みまくっていた. Okay? まくっていた. Okay? So, when I was in America, I drank Coke like all the time, yo. So note that this is first a casual expression. Now, why can't it be makuru, makutta? Like, why can't it just be makutta? Like, why can't it be nomi makutta? Well, remember, it's talking about on and on, reckless abandon, right? So it's doing it over and over and over and over again, which implies that it is a continuous verb, that it is still happening as we speak, right? So in this phrase, even though it was past tense, it was something that was happening over and over and over to reckless abandon, something's wrong, right? That's what it was happening. You could also say makutteiru, which is like, it's nomi makutteiru. He's drinking Coke like all the time, right now. But just know that this thing, this makuru, is like a kind of rotating over and over and over. And that's where that kanji has that meaning, which means you can bring that into the grammar. But if you were to look at this, nomimakutte ita, you wouldn't fucking know that. You would just like see maku and te inta. And like, but when you see it with the kanji, you're like, oh, that kanji means to do something over and over and over and over again, plus drinking, plus over and over and over and over again. It makes so much more sense, right? That's why you should never run away from kanji, which is why you should join Kanji Buff, which is free on YouTube now. But now we have the flashcards and the extra worksheets available on Patreon, as well as some older episodes that, you know, y'all don't get to see because it was for his grandfather, for the bands who were supporting the channel. This is Day Juan. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you all. Thanks for supporting the channel. And patrons, love you all. Thank you guys so much. And we will see you guys next week, hopefully, if I'm not too busy. I've been just so busy with the gaming channel and all that stuff and fun stuff, guys. But it's summertime. It's summertime. So we have a little bit more time, but I've just been so busy with other stuff. But anyway, guys, I'm going to pack my bags so I can get the hell out of here. All right, guys. See you later. Bye.